Every night while walking home from the theatre I was working in Hamburg, I went past a number of scenes that I wanted to photograph. So on this night, I brought my Bronica with me, loaded up with a roll of Lomo 800, and I challenged myself to finish the roll by the time I got back to the apartment. I had a few scenes already in mind, one of which was this sakura underneath the lamp, and it's what inspired me to get out and do it, because I was scared that one day it was going to rain and there wouldn't be any left. First shot on the roll and off to a great start. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. Lovely lighting, lovely composition, really nice mood with the lamppost and the sakura. However, on the night I was a little bit scared, so I took a second angle and honestly, wasn't really worth it. Just next to this was another one that's been on my list for a while, because I really liked how every window had its own color balance. Maybe a little bit geeky, but I wanted to try and capture that on photo, and I think I did. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. Really nice selection of colors from all the windows. Could have maybe exposed a little bit longer for a bit more brick detail. Right next to that apartment block is this hotel, and I was really attracted to the nondescript title of the hotel, which was Hotel. There was something quite cinematic about this lack of information, and I wanted to get a photo of this hotel entrance. In hindsight, I would have gone a little bit closer, maybe get some more details inside the dining room, but I was a bit scared of being the weirdo setting up his tripod just outside the door. Not on my original list, but while taking this photo I noticed a nice little back entrance with some bins and some chairs. So I swung the camera around, grabbed a little shot of that, and I'm quite happy I did. I think it came out rather nice. Just down the road was one that I had in mind, and it was the entrance to this gorilla's warehouse or depot, whatever you want to call it. I like the strip lighting, and I'm really happy with how this one came out. I think the cold lighting and the somewhat intriguing frosted glass ended up looking really nice. Then just across the street and turning around, I quite like the layers of this construction, the gorilla's entrance again, and then the apartment building, but I think the photo didn't really convey what I was feeling at the time. Bit of a shame. Oh well. Let's continue walking. Now just down here, I quite like this aircon units with the brick. I had this one in mind, but once I looked through the viewfinder, I wasn't really into it that much. So I had a little look around different angles, and finally going the other way with the lamp in the background, the construction signs again, and then the blue light from the gas station, I think it turned out pretty nice. Talking of the gas station, of course, if you're taking photos at night on film, you kinda have to. Unfortunately, I rushed this photo as an advert for the show I was in was coming up on the screen, and I didn't want to wait 2 minutes for it to come back. And I think I might have hit the tripod when I took the photo, so kind of ruined that one. At this point I was just across the street from my apartment, but I was only about a half a roll down, so I needed to start to get creative. Just to my left there was this entrance to the garage. Decided to get that on film, and to be honest, I'm not happy with the contrast. I think I could have exposed a bit longer, get a bit more shadow detail, especially above the entrance with the apartment block in the background, but it does the job. Let's cross the road. Now here, this is the entrance to the apartment that we were staying in. I've always liked the lighting coming out of the lobby, creating the shadows on the brick wall at night. So grabbed a shot of that, and it came out exactly as I hoped. Really happy with this photo. Unfortunately at this point, I've still got shots left to grab, but I'm ready to go inside, so I decided to walk about 10 meters down the road and try to get a shot of some cars driving down towards the Reeperbahn, and no, didn't really do anything for me, and I think I hit the tripod again, so congratulations me. So decided to go into the apartment building, try to get some photos inside. And originally I didn't really have any ideas, but then when we were taking the lift, I was kind of into the vibe of the buttons, so I set up the tripod in the lift and grabbed this shot here, and yeah, I actually quite like it. So, pretty cool. Now, 2 left. Decided to start with a shot of the harbour in the distance. Unfortunately, I managed to kick the tripod again, so either way the shot didn't really work out very good anyway. And finally, swinging the camera over to the left, I wanted to try and get the Reeperbahn with the Hamburger Dom, Germany's biggest fairground, just creeping over the buildings in the distance. And I think this one did actually turn out really nicely. Quite happy with that as the last shot on the roll. So then, welcome back to my face. And the question is, why did I bother showing you these questionably mediocre photos? Well, there are 2 reasons. Number 1 is that a lot of people say I don't have time for photography. Well, this was a 5-minute walk home, which became a 10-minute walk because I decided to take photos on the way, which is, let's be honest, not that much time. So if you don't have time for photography, maybe repurpose time you're already using for something else. If you're already traveling from point A to point B, bring your camera and make a little bit of time for photography. And the second point is, people say my town is boring, there's nothing to take pictures of. Well, I'm sure you want to go to Tokyo and take pictures of some back streets, but I'm sure a local will say, it's an alleyway. What the f is so interesting about an alleyway? You weirdo. You see, there's people who probably would like to come to your boring town and take pictures of your boring buildings as well. Go out, try to take pictures of what's around you. I think you'd be surprised at the interesting things that you can find. And that's it. Thanks for coming on this little walk with me. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope it was somewhat educational, even if the photos weren't particularly good. Let me know down below if you did enjoy any of these photos and if you agree with my sentiment about getting out and taking pictures. Otherwise, please like and subscribe and all the other good stuff. And I'll hopefully see you in another video. Goodbye.